What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Imperfect. And before we get into today's episode, I have a special shout out for Joseph Krupper, also known as Miss Callie J. Thank you so much for being a part of our Patreon fam. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being a part and helping us out. This is the first episode. This is going to be an experimental episode. If you guys are watching on YouTube, I got new lights, and this is the first time we have two guests on the set at the same time. So this is going to be interesting and also fun. I am excited. So I want to announce we have Raz and Jake from Nothing at Most. How are you guys doing?
I'm tired.
Tired?
Yeah.
Doing good.
You, Jake?
I'm doing good, man.
You doing good? You doing Gucci? You feeling good?
Yep.
I'm so Gucci.
So, guys, I'm so excited to have you guys on the set. Let's start off right at the beginning. What is your band, and what kind of music do you guys play?
Well, we are Nothing at Most, and we play pop punk music. Kind of like Green Day, All American Rejects, similar-ish stuff.
I like it. That's awesome, man. Where'd you guys get the name from?
But what?
I know.
Yeah, okay.
I know. Let's go. What you got?
So basically, we do practices at my house now, but when we were first getting started, we decided to start doing it at Decadence, the board shop in town. They're really nice. They let us use their place all the time, and so we went there and we were looking at it and we were trying to figure out what we were going to name the band, and there was this thing on the wall that said something like Nothing More or something like that.
Oh, I like that.
And we were like kind of messing with that, and then somebody said Nothing at Most, and we were like, okay.
Dude, that's sweet. I like that. Nothing at Most. That's really cool. So how many people are inside of your band?
4 currently.
4 currently. What are the other guys' names?
Well, we got... I would probably use his real name. Dylan Slack and Joshua Feltz.
Joshua Feltz. Nice. Yo. So what do each of you guys do in your band? Like, what's your role? Guitarist? Like,
I'm the drummer.
I'm the main guitarist.
Nice. And what do the other two do?
Dylan, he's our vocalist and kind of our backup guitarist.
That's dope.
And Reverend Joshua is our bassist.
That's super dope. So when did you guys kind of start? When did you guys make your band? Like, when was that?
Well, it's got a kind of a complicated history.
Let's hear it.
Should I just start from the beginning?
Do it.
Let's go.
Okay, so we got to trace back the origins of this band to my very first band, Pineapples in Paradise.
Heck yeah.
We were a little ska band that, we sucked pretty badly, but people still loved us for some reason, never knew why. But
Cool.
And then, drama happened, the band broke up, and I was already getting involved with Jake here and, like, another project with a different Jake, too. And, after the band broke up, I pursued that a little bit, but, that didn't go anywhere. And then that band broke up. And then we started another band called Whale Park Boys, but that band broke up.
Oh, man.
And then one day, Dylan and our former guitarist, who shall not be named,
Heck yeah.
got together and, they decided to start another band and hit me up like, hey, let's do a band, but actually do it right this time. Jake's back in town, so.
That's crazy. I was about to say, like, when someone starts a band, I feel like that's, like, one of the things, like, kids grow up doing is, like, you start a band, like, that's a, like, iconic thing that's, like, we got to start a band, you know?
Yeah.
And what happens is you after you get older, drama happens, those things, you either break up or you keep pushing and pursuing through. It looks like what you did, which is good, but what kind of drama, like, goes inside of a band to make you guys, like, break up? You hear about that all the time. Like, this person left this person left this, and why are they leaving? It's like, what kind of drama, like, goes in the band? Is it, like, one of those things that's, like, my name goes first before yours or some shit?
I mean, in some bands, that can be the case.
Right.
But, I don't know, a lot of the time I think it comes down to, like, who's being a decent human overall. Because if you're being a shitty person who's just, like, tearing everybody down, that'll never work out for anybody.
Yeah.
And other bands will, like, break up because of that, because they can't handle it. And then, like us, we'll kick out the bad apple of the batch.
The bad apple, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I love that. I wish you could do that, like, at work. You always have that
same.
one bad boss, man. I mean, you could have the best job in the world. It takes one boss above you to be a shit person, and it just ruins your life,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough as heck, man. So what kind of, like, stylized you guys to make that kind of music? Did you guys kind of find your sound? Did you guys make songs? Did you do covers first? Like, how'd you kind of find your own sound?
I think this sound can be traced back to a project that him and I did called Kanashi. That was like old time. So we were doing that shortly before I left on my mission, and it was like a month thing that we did, and we kind of settled into this like sort of pop punk sounding groove. It was very influenced by other things. We take a lot of influence from other places, but basically kind of from there, and then like from the Whale Park Boys side of things too, kind of mixed together
and make your own sound. Yeah, and go ahead.
And yeah, we just kind of refined it at that point and decided pop punk was a good fit for us.
There you go. That way you can do what you like, type thing. And I believe that strongly, that there is like no new things. You know what I'm saying? So it really is it's you're tuning your thing from other people, because we are inspired from what we see, hear, think. You know, the experiences we go through, so you inspire through that. So to find that sound though, did you guys start your band doing just covers and kind of going into, you know, music type thing, or how to kind of transition?
I mean, like in my first ska band, like I wrote a lot of originals outside of that too, because you know we were ska, but like I didn't write that kind of music personally.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was just the lead guitarist. I didn't write any of the songs, so I took like a lot of the stuff I would just jam to myself too and brought it up, and it was like really emo rock at first.
Right.
And then we just kind of altered some of it and sounded a lot more punky and then pop punky.
Right. That's cool though. I like that. So are you like the person that writes all the songs, or you gotta
definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, Dylan writes a song here or there, but
he's written a couple of really good ones.
Yeah, two.
Two. I love it. Spill the tea, yo. So that's cool. Being a songwriter though,
Savage.
I'm just kidding, Dylan. I love you.
Just kidding. But so being a songwriter though, and you actually go inside of there and present it to your band. Do you write a song and think of a beat inside of your head, or do you kind of write the lyrics and then you guys kind of play it out together? Like, how does that kind of come to fruition?
Most of the time I'll have a song written and I'll bring it to the band, and sometimes I'll have like a beat in mind or something for like a specific part of the song. But outside of that, we just kind of jam to it. And if the song gets changed in that process, you know, it gets changed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta make it the best. You gotta make it the best for sure. So, was this after you got back from your mission though? When you started making this band?
This band was, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you guys beforehand were...
Exactly. Basically, kind of, we brought back some of the sort of Kanashi vibes and the older Whale Park Boys vibes and mixed it funky.
Make it funky. Yo, I love it. So where did you guys learn to play your instruments?
Well, for me, I know it was really weird. I took a beginner guitar class freshman year of high school and then like put it down after that. And then senior year, I was with this one person who kind of made me, or more like forced me to write and play more, just because, you know, it was cool. And I like secretly loved it, but just didn't want to practice.
Right.
And so like senior year, I started just practicing a shitload, and it just kept, you know, practice and practice and practice. And so kind of I taught myself. I mean, I learned the very basics, but like outside of that, I kind of taught myself.
What about yourself?
For me, I joined percussion in 7th grade, or 8th grade actually, and just learned how to like do percussion stuff. But I would go in and like at lunchtime, and I would sit down at the drum set and I would put in headphones and just play along to music, and that kind of evolved into playing my own drum set stuff, and I got my own kit shortly after. And just kept practicing, stuck with it through high school, did band and all that. And a lot of that really influenced my drumming, and then like listening to other bands and playing along with them.
Right. So you guys both kind of like learned the basics, but then really self-taught yourself outside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So let me ask you guys something. Here's something I'm curious of you guys, because I know I did it in multiple careers with dance and film now and many, many other things. Did you guys learn anything off of YouTube?
Yeah.
You do?
I love playing originals. That's, you know, our thing, but I do enjoy covers a lot as well. So I'd like, if I couldn't find a tab for a song I want to learn, I'd just like look it up on YouTube and kind of learn by ear and watching another person play it.
That's awesome. You do the same thing with drumming?
Yeah, pretty much. I'll watch stuff like that, or I'll see, you know, like tips and trick videos and
same.
tutorials and things like that kind of help me out. And then like drum covers are actually really helpful to watch, because a lot of times I can discern the drum beat from my from like what I hear. But sometimes if I can't figure out, what's he playing there, I'll look at covers and stuff like that, and I'm usually able to figure it out from there.
Right.
Same. Like, even when I'm looking up the tabs for a song, I'll still watch a cover of someone else playing it because it makes it a lot easier
To see what they're doing with their fingers and what they're hitting and stuff. That totally makes sense. Yeah, I feel like YouTube like doesn't get credited enough in that. Is how that's like so much of what a lot of people learn these days. Is a lot of it is that core value. Even I've been a filmmaker and went to dance on a college level, but 90% at least has been learned on YouTube and self experience. It's kind of interesting.
You can learn anything on YouTube. You really can. Like,
there's literally anything. So, do you guys have any kind of YouTube, anything like an account, videos?
we have a little bit of a presence on YouTube.
Presence, there you go.
Most of it's really on SoundCloud, but we're working to get it more on YouTube.
Right, and kind of get it something up there because I know that's a big platform that a lot of people miss, especially on people like not even starting out, but just like trying to get out there more. Is such a platform. So I definitely use that in any sort of way.
Oh yeah. We've got a couple videos on there already. They're not like videos per se, it's just a couple of our singles that we have as demos. And we also recently did filming for a music video. So
awesome.
Watch for that.
Watch for that. I like that. A music video.
That'll be coming soon.
Heck yeah. So there's 4 of you guys, and when it comes to like shooting music videos and practice and all that, how much do you practice a week?
We try to do twice a week sometimes.
How long are your periods for?
Well, hopefully they'll start being longer because usually it's only been about 2 hours. But...
About 2 hours practice, kind of, and then tone your craft and keep going.
Yeah.
Depends on the week too. There's some weeks if we have like a show coming up or something like that where we'll put in 3, 4, 5 days even of practice. We'll play like 2 hours a night.
Right. So that's the grind too. Like especially on a small level. Where are you guys playing at? Where you guys get shows?
Oh, that was loud.
Yeah. You're good. Yeah, you'll
Decadence.
hear it. At least once an episode someone hits one of these things. It's just how it is.
These are sensitive microphones. I love it. Usually it's a Decadence. That's kind of where our presence is right now. And like house parties.
Cool.
We love playing house parties.
Just like literally house
are
party.
so fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super cool. You said Decadence, right? That's the name of the place. Where is that? Is that somewhere around here?
Oh, it's over in Old Town by Pokey High. Just a little little skate shop that this dude Debo owns.
Oh, cool.
He like rents out the back for shows and stuff like that.
Dude, that's actually really interesting. That's really cool. So you guys do have a presence on social media as well, right?
Yes.
Is there any way for people that are watching that can follow you on your socials?
Just look up Nothing at Most on Facebook. You'll find us.
Heck yeah, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
We have an Instagram.
I think we have a Twitter.
I think.
Wait, Jake, you were in charge of the Twitter.
I'm not.
Yeah. Well, we
Was
should
I
have
supposed
one,
to
maybe.
be? I'm pretty sure. I think Dylan has it.
No,
Nothing
'cause
at
Dylan
most
runs the
Twitter or
Instagram.
something. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later.
We have
get on it, bro.
Facebook and Instagram for sure. We have SoundCloud and YouTube as well. You can find us on there. Just search Nothing at Most, and we'll probably pop up.
Right. Yeah, I know that's the marketing thing. Got to get some SEO out there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're good. What's up?
So I imagine that a lot of your viewer base is probably Pocatello based. We're kind of Pocatello based, so I'm sure if you search Nothing at Most, you probably have like at least one friend that likes us, even though we don't have very many likes because it's just a small town and that's how it goes.
Yeah, so that's the big thing is breaking through. Yeah, so that's the biggest thing in the dance careers. You can be, I say this all the time, is you can be extremely talented, but it's a different thing. That's half, if not less than the work. It's all about marketing. I mean, how many people are famous right now that I won't name, but dozens of people are famous because of one clout video or one big thing that popped off. It's how they market it and stay afloat is because how they market themselves and get themselves out there,
Exactly.
So, but yeah, definitely get some more work on that social media. Every social media you guys can use, I think, would be just super dope, and keep active on it. That's the other thing is you got to be nice, fluent, consistent, and that will help.
Yeah, well, I've heard a tip from one of my marketing friends who lives over in California. He said, like, the age of Facebook pages dying a little bit just because the whole, the algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
And he said another good idea to look into is, like, creating a Facebook group for your, whatever it is you're having.
Yeah.
Because you get a lot more page interaction that way. Like, a lot more people see it right off the bat instead of it getting, like, just stuff down in the newsfeed.
Exactly. Facebook is one of the harder marketing platforms to own because I found out when you make a post on your page, you can actually, there's an option to promote. There's this option when you boost a post, it will give you, say, boost to the people that follow your page. And that pisses me off. It's like you have to pay to reach the own people that like your page.
Yeah.
You have to pay to reach your own audience. Like that.
That's stupid.
That is so annoying. So that just tells you right there the Facebook algorithm is not. And that is why TikTok is popping off, is because people are getting such crazy numbers because their algorithm is phenomenal for anybody down to the top. Like,
Oh yeah, like don't tell Dylan this, but I'm definitely gonna make one for us.
there you go.
Our bassist already has one and like promotes us a little bit, but I'm gonna make like an official one.
Do a TikTok, a band and a TikTok. I would absolutely love to see that. That'd be amazing. There's a lot of fun things you can do.
We will make cool stuff on that.
There you go. Come up with some jokes. Yeah, just any way you can get yourself out there. How do you guys separate from other bands? Like, why? If there was two bands playing here, some other band is playing on the other side of town. Like, what do you think encourages people to come to your show? Is it the energy? Is it the difference in the music?
Well, I'm not here to talk shit on some of the other local bands, but no, I'm just kidding. A lot of them are really great people, but a lot of it with us is our stage presence too. Like, we're really fun to watch live, I've been told.
That's good.
I think for me, it's the energy.
Oh,
Our fans are awesome. We'll come to our shows and they like pull out their phones and turn on their flashlights, and I feel famous even though it's just a little room.
Right.
And just
And
seeing
they
them go crazy to our music.
Yeah.
I love that.
That is super
It's
cool.
a blast.
So you use SoundCloud as like your main core.
For now, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for your like kind of where everything's at. So SoundCloud though, do people don't have to, I've never used it too much. People don't have to make an account to even listen to your music, right? It's not like Spotify where
It's free.
Like, okay, it's totally free, so people can actually just pull up your music and listen to it.
Yep.
Do you guys have an album yet?
We're about to.
Working on an album.
Yeah, we've actually just finished recording all the tracks. Right after this, we're going to go over and listen to all of them to make sure that it's like sounding good. And then at that point, we're going to start like getting the CDs made. And
That's awesome. I was about to say, that was my next question is are you guys still doing a CD
Yep.
style?
of course.
Heck yeah.
We got a CD release party coming up.
Yeah, March 14th.
March 14th.
Yeah.
I like that.
I can't give out the address, but like, hit one of us up.
Honestly, there you go.
Like us on Facebook.
There you go. You got their
And-
socials.
Shoot us a message or Instagram,
That'll be fire.
and soon TikTok.
That'll be, there you go. How much is one, how much you guys thinking about charging for per CD?
$5.
$5?
Yeah.
There you go. Get your music out.
Real cheap.
I
Better
like
than
that.
giving it out for free because I don't want to waste too much money on it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
But one thing I will say at this point for us, burn copies, give it to your friends. We don't care. We just want to be heard.
Yeah, pretty much. We'll sell the initial CD, then what you do after that is kind of up to you. So
That's nice.
Yeah.
So what kind of recording gear are you guys using to actually get it on?
A ghetto rig.
a very, very ghetto rig.
That's good. Does the CD sound good, though?
It sounds
I mean,
nice.
so far, yeah.
That's good.
Surprisingly.
Good, man. That's actually exciting.
Yeah, it's interesting. We've got like, we run a compressor mic and, I don't know, just like a regular, like analog mic or something like that.
Yeah.
On the drums, and then just the compressor on the amps, and it somehow turns out like okay.
Yeah, or like we direct into the audio interface sometimes for like the bass or guitars, but for the more technical stuff, we just mic up one of the amps.
See, that's pretty sweet. I like that a lot. At least, I mean, whatever it gets recorded, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
Things is not cell phone, you know?
pretty much.
But, yeah, trying to pull up on that. So, when you guys do your shows, though, do you guys get paid, or is it kind of just like trying to perform type thing?
We got like $20 once.
There you go.
It's mostly unpaid, but we're hoping to change that eventually.
Right.
Hoping.
Working on it.
We might be playing up at the Treefort Music Festival in Boise.
There you go.
And, I mean, we won't get paid a lot, but I know we'll definitely get paid if we actually get that.
Right. Yeah, see, I've never been into the band scene too much, but I know a lot of people that I do know that are in the band scene are in the Boise. They're always like, oh, we're going to Boise because there's like these 6-7 bands that are playing up there and blah, blah, blah. Like, they're always going to Boise. I'm like, man, it must be popping up there.
Oh, it really is.
How's the culture around here, though? Is it good?
I mean, it's got its moments.
It's got its moments.
Yeah. It's very niche. Like, we have like us and a few other bands, and basically we'll just like share them together. We play like 20 billion shows with Sutra. They're the bomb.
They're good?
Yeah, they're so fun. They're
That's
like our
awesome.
best friends, so.
So when you guys do a show, you'll probably have a couple of bands perform then.
Always.
Yeah.
Do you guys? I always curious of this. Do you guys use the same equipment when you guys do that, or no? When you have 2 bands or 3 bands perform at the same show?
No, they bring their own equipment.
So okay, I was curious of that, like if it's universal or whatever.
Yeah, I think the only thing that we ever really share is like the PA.
Yeah, the PA system, the mic stands maybe. I mean, sometimes we have to borrow a mic stand.
Oh man, that's the grind though.
It
So
is.
you said that you perform at your place, right? Or you practice?
Yeah.
Is it a garage?
Yeah.
Ah,
It's
yo,
a
let's
garage.
go.
Yep.
So it's the classic band style of
Yeah.
thing.
Good old garage band.
In
That's
the
dope.
garage, man.
That's dope.
Now we practice in a ghetto basement at my friend's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever gets the room and whatever gets it done.
Yeah.
So a question for you guys, especially when you're on this level, and this is a question I even would ask myself back in the day, is what separates you guys from a hobby to doing it professionally?
I mean, oh, that's a bit of a question.
I guess to clarify, do you mean more like what is keeping us from going professional, or what's the difference, I guess?
I don't know. So I asked it in the sense that there's a lot of people out there that are doing the same thing. I mean, like you said, there's
Yeah.
a lot of bands out here.
Yep.
Would you rather try to keep striving and try to make it perfect and try to get, okay, would you guys rather try to keep making it mainstream, or would you guys just be happy trying to grind it around here doing what you guys do?
I mean, I'm happy with what we do here, but I do want to like get out there with it.
Yeah.
That's always the end goal.
Hard agree. My dream is to be able to use this band or a band, hopefully this band, and I'm rooting on this band, as my main form of income.
And I just want to be able to pay my rent and bills with this band.
Exactly.
That's the real dream.
Exactly. I don't care about like the big house or the fancy cars or meeting
Right.
celebrities. I just want to be able to like live a normal life, but have it funded by what I love.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. I love that. The reason I'm curious of is, I'm not trying to lowball you guys. I'm just curious in the fact that, even to further this conversation, is how long do you think that you'll keep making music until you're just like, and let's say, make 2-3 albums and then nothing's taken off. It's the same numbers of whatever you guys have now. Would you keep thriving? Would you still go? Is this like your end goal of life dream, or like?
Well, I messed up college, so I don't have much of a choice now. But
Let's go.
It's the dream to at least be able to pay rent, man. And if I can achieve that, that's happiness for me. That's the real dream.
I like
So
that.
even if it means like playing a bar show every weekend, because bars do pay pretty decently if you play enough of them, like that, I'll be content with just that. If anything.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I just want to play music. I honestly like. It's fun to think about being able to do this professionally, but the odds are pretty low.
Oh yeah, the numbers are definitely.
Yeah. the odds of like getting into it and everyone liking us pretty low, So for me, I'm always going to look at this band really fondly. Like even
There
if
we
it
go.
doesn't take off ever, it's going to be something that's not just like I want to make it big. I want, it's something that is I love it and I want to do it because I love it.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's the exact way you need to look at it. As long as
Yeah.
you're enjoying the process.
Exactly.
I guess that's my whole point of this whole thing is if you don't enjoy the process and you only see the end result, then your life is gone. Period. Like there's nothing. You
Yeah.
have to enjoy
Exactly.
the process.
See, and that's kind of a nice thing about what we do too, is because even when we play like a ghetto little skate shop, even though it's not ghetto, but I have so much fun just playing live every single time. I just I lose myself in the moment, and I'm just in the moment.
I love that.
I love it so much. That I'm really happy when I'm playing. I kind of just forget about like all my problems and
That's
all my
awesome, man.
stresses,
Me
and whatever's
too.
going on.
Me too. It makes me think of a band that I love, Biffy Clyro. They are just this incredible band, and they've really taken off, especially in the UK and Europe. They're like
Well, they're
headlining
so popular in
festivals.
Europe.
It's nuts how crazy popular they are. But like for them, and their singer even sang about it in one of their songs. Just like it never was meant to be something that was like huge. They just did it because they loved it as well,
I love
and it
that.
went well for them. So, it's cool. I don't want to do it to get big. I just want to do it because I love it. If it comes with it, comes with it.
I love that. I love the way of thinking that, because I think that's a message that needs to get out. But if you guys are passionate and genuine right now, to me that like attracts me as like a fan to be like, oh, they're actually like doing it because they fucking love it.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's dope. You know.
I mean, of course, we do have to keep like a little bit of a business mentality with it too, because like bands, they have to be cohesive to like be able to work together well.
Yes,
so
exactly.
In some respects, we got to treat it like a business,
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean we can't have fun with it, of course.
Exactly.
Right.
Agreed.
Nothing at most is fun, but it's a school of business.
There you go. I like that.
Jake, we don't have fun anymore.
We don't have fun anymore. No.
It's a single that's out too.
It's all a struggle, yo.
That's our song.
So when we were talking earlier, you mentioned something about, Jake, you mentioned something about going against the grain. What did you mean by that? You know, in society, and you're like, we're going against the grain all the time.
So for me, that's growing up, you're always told, you're going to go to school, you're going to go to middle school, you're going to go to high school. Then when you graduate, you're going to go to college, you're going to get a degree, you're going to get your house with your white picket fence and stuff like that. And I love that. That's great. And there's a lot of people that want to pursue that, and that's their dream, and that's awesome. But as a musician, your whole ideology kind of goes against that.
Oh, yeah.
As an artist in general.
Yeah, I wouldn't say a musician, just artist.
Yeah.
Whatever your medium may be.
Yeah, if it's art or dance or music or YouTube, it's something that you create yourself. You don't go to college to do it. You don't, listen to a boss to do it. You learn from teachers, of course, but you create this from yourself. And so for me, it's like creating music is my own way of like rebelling or going against the grain for like how society works, I guess, because I'm like a rebellious child.
I love it. What about for you?
Well, to start, I don't know, I just realized I left my teriyaki sticks in my car that I bought from work, and I'm really hungry, but yeah, same thing kind of with Jake. Like, you're always told, like, especially with me throughout high school, like the teachers tried to hammer it into our heads, like, you're gonna go to college, you're gonna get a degree in something, completely unprepared, and you're just gonna do it, with no really thought into it. And then the more I realized that I was attracted to music in the way that I am today, I'm like, well, that's bullshit. Right. I don't want to do that. I want to make a living with music and do what I legitimately love, because no job I've ever worked since I started like this band has just felt right, honestly. Right. Like, I'm never going to love where I work unless it involves music in some way.
There you go. Yeah. And I definitely agree in that, in the regards that college is so heavily forced on you. Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's a conversation I've had on here all the time from business people, musicians. I have a musician that got his master's degree that came on here and is on his second studio album, which is pretty fire. But talking about that idea, is college worth it? Should you go? And I agree that it is so heavily just in your heads, like you need to go, blah, 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 blah. And although I love that I went to college to hone my craft, I went to college for the wrong reasons. I went to college because it was like, you need to go to college. Like, I didn't decide that. If I was back in the day and you're like, I want to go to college for dance because college will help me in X, Y, Z. And this is why I want to go to college. And this is what I want to help. Yeah. But it was just like, you need to go to college to pick something. I'm like, I don't know, fuck dance. And kind of got stuck on the loop. So, I don't regret it because I think there's a lot of professional things. What I love about college, to me, the biggest difference is you're around people that are in it. Like, they are, like, I'm around filmmakers, I'm around people that they want to be something and they're paying for it. Yeah. Like they want to make something. So it's really cool to be in an environment where I'm around 8 other filmmakers and they're like have all this amazing portfolio. Not to say though, there's a lot of people that didn't go to college that do the same thing as well.
Yeah, like college isn't a bad thing by any means. Like, I'm not trying to discredit it.
That's not what I'm saying either.
Just for me personally, I don't think it's for me really.
Yeah.
Because like with music, of course there's music theory, but what fucking guitarist ever even looks at that? I'm kidding, of course, but funny. It's I teach myself what I want to know at this point because I'm in a position where I can teach myself what I want to know.
Right, I like that.
And to go with that as well, it's just a lot of people kind of pressure me into it, and it's something that's on my radar. You know, I
Right.
want to go. There's definitely things that I would like to do with it, but for me right now, like that's not where I'm at. That's not who I am, and it's a lot has to do with the societal pressure to do it.
Exactly.
I would much rather, like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if this
For
band
college.
doesn't work out, I'm gonna go back to college and be a lawyer. That's my backup
And
plan.
be a
but-
lawyer.
That's
There
my
you
backup
go.
plan.
Make
Yeah.
tons of money.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's what I love. But yeah, it's just that conversation of, I think it really is just so heavily done. And you're right, like so much of my family and friends at the same age have amazing jobs that dropped out of high school even.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
have friends that probably should have went to college because now they're working at McDonald's. Like, so
Yeah.
it's
Right.
Yeah.
it's totally, I just hate the idea. It's like you need to go to college. And it's like, no, I don't. I need to analyze my things. And for me, it was like, after thinking about it, I wish I did it before, but it was like, what would I be doing if I wasn't in college? Especially a couple years ago when I started
Yeah.
the filmmaking, and I was like, what would I be doing? I'd be making films, but not enough. I have so much free time that I want to use up, so I'm like, I'm just going to continue to go to college. Now it's obviously picking up with the podcast and more work and stuff, but at the time, it's that. And the only reason I'm still going to college now is because I'm like, I might as well close out. Who quits a semester away,
Yeah.
2 semesters away?
Right.
But at this point, I do know that, like we said before, is 90% or more is learned from YouTube and the experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for your filmmaking style and stuff. So it's really hard to...
Bless you.
You're good. You good?
Good.
But yeah, it's crazy how it could just be heavily pushed on people because there's
Yeah.
people that are in college that shouldn't. There's some people that should be in college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I'm a college dropout. I tried, but I tried way too soon. But I mean, at least now, I work at Allstate and I can sell insurance in every state in America except for Oregon and Virginia.
Why those 2 states?
Because I got a pot charge from like 3 years ago, and apparently
Oh,
they're like,
man.
no, you don't get your non-resident license now. So just those 2 states. But
That's tough.
yeah, and I mean, it's not a lot compared to a lot of people, but I'm still making like over $2,000 a month, and it's nice.
Yeah, see, that's
It's
still good.
nice.
See, it's decent money.
I mean, I don't love it by any means, but it pays the bills.
There you go. Exactly. That's what it's about, man. It's trying to follow your passion and pay the bills at the same time.
Exactly. That's the real struggle.
That's the struggle. That's the struggle, is making that time. But interesting, no doubt. Okay, I hit everything I had. Do you guys have anything you want to add or talk about?
Buy our CD
Yeah, buy our
when
CD,
it comes
please.
out.
Give us money so we can not be broke. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. And honestly, like, we've definitely talked about, like, money and doing it as a job and stuff a lot like that, but that's not what we're about.
Yeah.
We're not.
That's not the main focus.
I don't care about
Oh, yeah.
money. If I had my way, if it was up to me, I'd play music. I wouldn't
I
need
feel
money
you.
because
No.
I'd live
I
in
mean,
a
you hit it
society
on
where
the
that
head.
wasn't
It's like-
necessary.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be genuine. You want to hit it on the. You want to work hard, and you want to treat it as a business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Imperfect, a couple weeks ago, I launched our Patreon.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if people want to support this show and see this show grow, then people will support and they will buy your $5 CDs. In fact, for me, it's $5 donation. So
Hey.
it's like,
Yeah.
throw $5 our way, damn it.
We'll take it. We don't
Exactly.
care why. Just
Yeah.
give us money,
Give us money, yo.
please.
Yeah.
We're starving.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
man.
but that's not, that's not what it's about. It's about playing the music. It's about seeing the way people genuinely enjoy being at our shows and just having fun together. Like, worst comes to worst, I had a great run with 4 brand new friends.
That's good, bro.
Brand new, dude. I've known you forever.
Well-
now. Come on.
You know what I mean.
I know.
You know what I mean?
4 great friends, just trying to do what we love.
Heck
That's
yeah, yo.
that's our band. That's like our quote, our slogan.
Yeah. I mean, technically we have a different slogan, but I probably shouldn't say it on here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
What's
not
our
appropriate.
slogan?
I'll tell you when this is done.
I'll tell you,
Yeah.
yo.
I didn't even know about this.
Yo. Heck
I'm
yeah, yo.
scared now.
Yeah,
Heck
I mean, we're grinding as hard as we can. Like we got an out of state show coming up now. It's like our first one ever. It's at the Cash venue in Logan, Utah,
Yep.
Nice.
March 29th. I don't know if anyone will actually show up from here, but if you do, just
Show the love, yo.
we get a free meal. I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
so cool.
So we're getting
Yo,
paid.
free food, yo. Yeah,
We
we're
get
talking numbers,
food.
but let's talk free food. You
Like,
know,
That's where it's at.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it's not a like a guarantee yet, but a while ago we applied to try to play at the Treefort Music Festival in Boise, and we got denied the first time. But then there was an opportunity recently, today actually, that popped up that might give us another shot at it. Because there's one of the venues hosting the event, a bar. They need 2 more acts to perform.
Let's go.
Fingers
And like
crossed.
we fit the bill perfectly, so we might actually get back on it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Hopefully. Don't want to speak too soon.
Yeah, we might. It's
That would be a great
strong
opportunity.
maybe.
We're trying to push into other markets. I think as a local band, the best way you can get a broader audience is by pushing into other scenes.
Other states, towns, cities.
Yeah, that's
I like that.
as you start to move into those other places, you're able to get more done, you know? So say you've got a fan in X city, they bring you in, you do a show, or they show it to your friends or something like that, and then it just kind of creates like this chain.
Yeah.
So we're trying to kickstart that chain.
That's
So-
awesome. The grind is real, man. I'm working 2 days a week. That's a lot. It really is. You know, to make that time out of your
Oh.
lives to pay your bills and grind. and
It's a
stuff.
lot more than 2 days a week. I mean,
Yeah, I'm working split days off, 5 days a week.
we take
Right.
like
I hate it.
we put so much into this.
Oh,
I
the
mean,
band, yeah, 2
whether
days a week.
Yeah. You're like, it's all
Talking
good.
about
not
my
what I
job.
meant.
It's all
I'm
good.
talking about the band. I'm
Okay.
sorry, guys. We put a lot into it, whether it's like marketing on social media, recording, listening to recordings, editing recordings, practicing on your own time, like your own
Yeah.
parts and stuff, rehearsing together,
Yeah.
shows. It's like a daily thing.
Yes.
And I'm
It
learning a
never
lot
stops.
of business skills from it too, which
Oh,
is
That's
Same.
good. Yeah, exactly.
cool.
I love that. You know, it's weird when a client comes to me and wants a commercial when I don't really know how it's going to be used. So
Yeah.
actually being on the other end of it and being a part of like the whole marketing thing again, like on a different level, it's a lot of work. I'm with you guys. Like it's not just we play a show. It's like no, you got your practice, you got your rehearsals, you got your editing, your singles, your writing, your reworking, your repracticing, your reperforming. It's reaching out. The marketing is a lot. I'm sure you guys are reaching out to people trying to find those gigs. It can be a lot. It never stops. I don't think I ever stop DMing people trying to get on the show. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, hey, like, yo, like, hey, how you be? Like,
You wanna be on my podcast, man?
like, yeah, want to get on my podcast?
I feel like as artists, like we always, or people in general, like make fun of like MLM type things or something like that. But like as artists, we're like MLM people will like slide into your DMs and be like, "Hi, how are you?" And then it's like,
Check me out on SoundCloud.
"Hey,
Yeah,
this is
for
my band.
real, though.
Please come listen."
I know. Like, don't you guys ever like hear someone like 2 people having their own conversation and then you hear band and you're like, I have one. Like, you know,
Yeah, all the time. All
What's
the time.
that?
You know,
Talking
yeah,
about music. Want to hear mine?
yeah, for real.
I'm going to a concert. Is it mine?
Yeah.
So funny.
The grind, man. The grind. Well,
It is.
it is a grind, man. Well, I hope you guys make it. You
Me
know what I'm
too.
saying?
You too.
Yeah, you
thank
too.
You
You
so
too.
much, man.
Here's the deal. If we make it big, we'll promote the shit out of you.
Yeah,
Vice versa, though.
Yes, vice versa for sure. For sure. Is on my Facebook, I want to start sharing success stories like this, and that's one thing in my marketing. I want to be able to get people on the podcast, but in 2-3 years, make that Facebook post like, remember these people that came on our thing? This is what they're doing now. I mean, we've had baseball players, basketball players. We had a rapper that opened for Futuristic. You guys were our
Ooh.
first band. We had someone that has 2 studio albums that got his master's degree from college. We have a lot of people that are doing big things, but trying to break through that.
Yeah.
Not even mainstream, but just like that. I think like the biggest thing that like I think someone's made it is like you said, when you could do something and pay your rent, you're like, you made it.
Oh yeah.
You know, like that's the moment.
I mean, even if I can get to the point where I can just work like a part-time job,
And to a side.
I'd be happy with that too.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah, yo.
I love playing music, so
same.
it's even if it's never a job, it's never gonna stop for me.
Heck yeah,
Oh,
yo. Keep your
same.
passion.
Yeah,
Same.
just like a YouTuber that I watch. He's a fishing YouTuber, and I love fishing. So, of course, I brought that into this.
I knew. I was wondering when it would come up.
Anyway, so his like motto is keep fishing, never stop, and I just kind of apply that to everything.
I love that.
Keep making music, never stop.
Just keep doing it.
I don't care. I don't care where it goes, but I'm gonna keep doing it.
Keep doing it. Keep doing what you love. Follow your passion.
That's my thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love
doing
it.
music.
I love it, guys. I love it so much. Well, thank you guys again. One more time, what is your social media? So people, if they want to follow, they got you.
Well, if you're in the Pocatello area, just look up Nothing at Most, and you'll find us pretty easily.
And
Heck yeah, yo.
that is our Instagram handle as well. Nothing
Nice.
at most.
And YouTube. A little
And
trickier to
YouTube.
find on YouTube, but
YouTube, you might have to
yeah.
follow something else to find it, but
Yeah. SoundCloud
'Cause
though
they're
will be
out
like
there
the
at
first thing that pops up if you search it.
I like that. Nothing at most. All right, cool, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
Sharing a little bit of information, sharing us a little inside sneak of the band life,
oh yeah.
the grind, yo. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you all for watching. Peace out.